Hi, my name is Mike Wools. I live in Chicago, Illinois, and I own Halcyon 450 number 20. I've had the bike since early 2021. I actually put my deposit down on day 2 after you guys launched it. So I was already shopping for bikes at the time and saving up money. So when I had stumbled upon Janus on the internet, I started customizing all the different models on your site. And I was actually originally looking to get a Griffin 250, but then you launched the Halcyon 450 and the money was ready to go. So for work, I work for Guaranteed Rate in the operations department. It's a remote job, so it allows me a lot of freedom to go on rides after work. I had just gotten out of college at DePaul, and I was commuting to work on a electric bike that I had purchased. It was my first two-wheeled motorized machine, and I probably put 5,000-6,000 miles on that bike over a year or two. And then one day I was coming home from work and this guy blew by me on a Tomos moped, and I was just like mind blown. How is this guy going so fast, flying right by me? From there, I started getting into old two-stroke mopeds. I started looking around and shopping for Puch Maxis at the time, and I found one out in the suburbs and went and bought it, and then everything just kind of dominoed from there. Right after I got the Maxi, I bought the 450, and then a year later I was putting together my little Frankenstein Honda, and then DT 250 and XR 650. So my favorite type of riding to do on the Janus is open, just back roads, cruising, not worried about crazy traffic. It's just much more enjoyable to be able to sit at a speed that you're comfortable going and just enjoy the ride and not be worried about all the crazy drivers that are out there on the road. So I've added the windscreen that you guys just came out with. Aside from that, I have a USB charger running off of the battery that I also will run my heated jacket off of. And then I also added the additional fuel bottle. So I've gone on 2 trips so far this year. The first one left from here, Chicago, and we did our first leg up into Milwaukee for the night. And then the next morning, rode from Milwaukee to Manitowoc, Wisconsin, where we hopped on the SS Badger. And the Badger will take you all the way across Lake Michigan. From there, we kind of hopped around for like 4 or 5 days, different campsites, tent camping, all the gear on the bikes. The other trip was just to the UP. A friend of mine has a vacation home up in St. Germain, Wisconsin. The roads are just immaculate and very little traffic. There's beautiful scenery. Probably only a 30-minute ride to actually get into the UP. And then we rode all the way up into the town of Houghton and got lunch at Peterson's Fish Market, which is a very famous fish market that they get fresh fish daily from Lake Superior. It's just a great way to unplug from everything else in life. I hop on a bike and I'm not thinking about anything else going on. It's instant, like centers you in the moment. You're just thinking about operating the bike. You're not thinking about work or any other sort of stress that might be going on in your life. It's a very just zone out, peaceful activity. That's what I love the most about it. It's very hard to compare to any of the other bikes I know because they all sort of are oriented to do different things well. But the Janus is just so fun to ride because it's lightweight, it's comfortable. I can sit on it all day long and not feel fatigued. It can hang just fine with any larger bike up until 90 miles per hour or so, but I don't need to go faster than 90. I think there's a lot to be said for like speed being more of a feeling than something that is quantifiable by a number. Just in my experience with smaller bikes, like you could be going 45 on a bike that weighs 75 pounds and you feel like you're absolutely flying, but then you could go 65 on a bike that weighs 550 and you feel like you're hurtling through the air on a log or something. Getting gas on this bike is, you can't go anywhere without having a conversation or maybe 2 with people that are around. Every time I fill up, somebody stops and they ask me, hey, what is that? What year is it? And Sometimes I'll just tell them straight up it's a 2021, or sometimes I'll play around with them, say, oh, it's just a 21, and then like 1921, or is it 2021? I just absolutely love it. It's allowed me to do a lot of cool things that I probably wouldn't never have imagined of doing before I owned the bike. It's allowed me to meet some cool people. Just overall, just a great machine that I love to own, I love to use, I love to take care of it. It's treated me very well, and I hope to keep riding it for many years to come.